Ladies and gents, welcome back. It's not every day that you get to watch a politician's career dissolve right before your eyes, but the lovely people of Calgary got such a viewing yesterday. Mayor Jyoti Gondek was asked a question by journalist Keean Bexte, and her response was breathtaking. Let's have a look at what happened here. This was at a press conference where they were talking about policing in Calgary. They had Danielle Smith and some police there as well. And, well, Jyoti Gondek was asked a question.
Question for Mayor Gondek, Keean with the counter signal. Just a few months ago, a handful of months ago, you were fighting tooth and nail again against increasing the police budget, and you were actively supporting defund the police rhetoric. I'm just wondering, when you realized the police forces were not optional, did it take, the random stabbings, wives getting stabbed, police officers getting killed, to realize that it was important to fund police departments? And how can Calgarians trust you when you flip-flop on basic issues like public safety?
Oh, no.
I guess I could have a question for...
No. Okay, well, that was a move. That was definitely a move. We have an article from True North. Jyoti Gondek walks away when grilled about voting to defund the police. This, of course, comes right in the wake of a stabbing attack that left several injured, several dead. Calgary Mayor Jyoti Gondek walked away from the podium after a journalist asked her about supporting the defund the police movement, as violent stabbings have prompted growing concern over public safety. Hey, what do you know? You get rid of the police and public safety concerns come rising up. The counter signals Keean Bexte questioned Gondek over her past commitments to defund the police after she announced a new plan for transit safety after 2 women were stabbed last week. In 2021, while still a Ward 3 councillor, Gondek and 8 other members in Calgary City Council voted to defund the Calgary Police Services by $20 million. Yes, that's right. We have here Jyoti Gondek literally voted to defund the police. But go on. This is, of course, here Jyoti Gondek with a different haircut at the time. I guess ashamed. Need to look, change your appearance after such a thing. Only 4 voting against. Unbelievable. But yeah, this isn't helping her popularity. That is for sure in the city of Calgary. We have here also from Keean Bexte, Jyoti Gondek's record. She evicted oil and gas from Calgary, enabled groomers in libraries, collaborated with Trudeau, defunded the police of $20 million defunding. Wow. I watched dumbstruck as crime stabbings skyrocket. I have another article here from True North talking about Smith wanting to bring more police officers to stem rising crime in Alberta cities. Of course, this is talking about Danielle Smith, the Alberta Premier, which there's a lot of support for now. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith has directed officials to hire 100 more street-level police officers over the next 18 months to increase the visible law enforcement presence and tackle rising criminal activity in Edmonton and Calgary. When your premier has to step in because you're not doing your job is essentially what's happening here. Jyoti Gondek. Between July and 2022 and January 2023, Edmonton's LRT and transit centers experienced a 75% increase in violent criminal incidents. In Calgary, overall criminal occurrences at LTR stations increased 46% between 2021 and 2022. Smith said the province is addressing root causes like mental health and addiction, but won't compromise on security for Calgarians and Edmontonians. Meanwhile, safety on public streets is never negotiable, she said. This starts with the federal government reforming its broken catch and release bail system and includes us working with cities and police services to fight back against criminals. Well, we need leadership in the cities to help you out there, Danielle Smith. And that is reality of the situation. Now, Mayor Gondek is not doing so hot in the polls. This was another thing that Keean Bexte put out on Twitter, showing this new poll that went out. There's actually an article here from the Calgary Herald saying Mayor Gondek's popularity plunges in a new poll. 5 months after she handedly won a mayor's chair, Gondek has the support of just 38% of Calgarians. And I think after today's showing of her answering to the questions, and that's the thing, I don't understand with these politicians. I think it all started with Trudeau not answering the Rebel News. Like, this is a new thing that you can just do. You don't agree with a question, you just don't answer it. Well, that's not going to fly with a lot of people, and it may work for certain circumstances for a divisive political leader in the federal level, but this isn't going to work at municipal levels at all. This is definitely not being seen well, that's for sure. But yeah, you can't just walk away from the hard questions. You're supposed to be a leader. What might have been a post-election honeymoon has turned into a bad dream for Calgary Mayor Jyoti. I'm pretty sure that's pronounced Jyoti Gondek. According to a new poll, 5 months after she handily won the mayor's chair, Gondek has the support of just 38% of Calgarians, while 53% are giving their thumbs down, and another 9% are unsure. States that online Think HQ public affairs poll of 1,101 people. And while individual city councilors have done somewhat better with 45% approval rating, 14 percentage points higher than their disapproval numbers, council as a whole is also viewed dimly by Calgarians, with 37% positive score in the survey conducted March 4th to 21st. Now here's that same graphic here with a little bit more context to it. Calgary Mayor Jyoti Gondek's first 100 days in office have been a bumpy, with 38% of the people polled approving of her performance. Men tended to have a more negative view of Gondek's performance. How men rate Gondek: 32% approval, disapproving 59%, 8% unsure. How women rate Gondek, it's almost a 50-50 split, but more on the side of disapproval. When asked to rate their counselor, respondents were a bit more generous than they were with Gondek. It's an unusually low tally for a mayor this early in their term, and could bode badly for Gondek's political fortunes through the rest of her 4-year mandate, said Think HQ President Mark Henry. Now, there is actually a bid to have her removed from office. I'm not kidding. If you are a voting resident of the Calgary area, so people who are not a voting resident, please don't click the link and try to do this. It needs to be an actual voting resident. There, you do actually have to put your postal code in there and all that stuff. But yeah, if you are a voting resident of the city of Calgary, recall Calgary Mayor Gondek is the petition here. Campaign created by Dave Allen. The sitting mayor has shown authoritarianism by implementing bylaws that infringe on the Charter of Rights and Freedoms for protesting against her woke views. Well, and also, well, her lack of caring about public safety is another one. The whole neglect on that front. Clear message needs to be sent to her as well as other politicians that the people will not tolerate the attempt to silence our rights and freedoms. The poll, apparently they only need 2,000 signatures. They're already at 1,278. And that's where we are with this. This is incredible. It's like I said at the beginning of the video, it's not every day you can see a politician's career evaporate, dissolve right before your eyes. But I believe that's what happened yesterday. And that one now is, of course, it's trending on all your social medias. Mayor Gondek, Jyoti Gondek, and the hashtag recall Gondek are all trending This is, oh, it looks like the end. It looks like the end. We probably won't be too far from seeing an actual recall. It's refreshing to see that. It would be nice to see that kind of thing actually go through. I've heard rumors, the rumor mill here in British Columbia is they're trying to recall David Eby, but that doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't look like much traction is happening with that, but we'll see. Only future will tell. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think of this showing from Mayor Gondek trying to take a page out of the Trudeau handbook of how to deal with tough questions at press conferences? Anyway, leave a comment. We'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.